In a world relentlessly clamoring for our attention, where every moment is filled with noise, be it the digital cacophony of notifications, the relentless chatter of social media, or the internal monologue of our own anxieties, there exists a profound, often overlooked power, the power of silence. It's not merely the absence of sound, but a fertile ground for growth, a sanctuary for the soul, and a catalyst for true understanding. Imagine a candle, its flame flickering gently, illuminating the darkness. From this single flame, countless other candles can be lit, and yet the original flame remains undiminished. This beautiful metaphor, echoing ancient wisdom, perfectly encapsulates the essence of happiness and, by extension, the profound impact of embracing silence. Happiness, like the flame, does not decrease when shared. Similarly, the depth of our inner peace and wisdom only expands when we learn to quiet the external and internal clamor. This journey into silence is not about retreating from the world, but about engaging with it more deeply, more authentically. It's about discovering a wellspring of strength within, a quiet resilience that allows us to navigate life's storms with grace and clarity. Join us as we explore the transformative art of silence, a timeless practice that holds the key to unlocking a more profound, peaceful, and purposeful existence. The unseen strength in nonreaction. In the tumultuous theater of human interaction, where words often fly like arrows and emotions ignite like wildfire, the instinct to react, to defend, to retaliate is deeply ingrained. We are conditioned to believe that a swift response is a sign of strength, that silence in the face of provocation is weakness. Yet ancient wisdom, particularly from Buddhist and Zen traditions, offer a radically different perspective. True strength often lies not in the immediate retort, but in the profound power of non-reaction. Imagine a heated argument, a clash of wills where voices rise and tempers flare. The conventional approach dictates that one must engage, counter every point, and assert dominance. However, consider the alternative: a deliberate pause, a moment of profound silence. This isn't a surrender, but a strategic retreat into an inner sanctuary, a space where emotions can be observed rather than immediately acted upon. This pause, this silent observation allows for a crucial shift in perspective. It enables us to move beyond the surface-level aggression and to perceive the underlying currents of fear, insecurity, or misunderstandings that often fuel conflict. By choosing not to react impulsively, we reclaim our agency. We prevent the escalation of negativity, breaking the destructive cycle of attack and counterattack. This act of silent discernment is a testament to inner discipline, a conscious decision to prioritize peace over discord, understanding over victory. It is a demonstration of a higher form of strength, one that is rooted in self-awareness and emotional mastery, rather than in the fleeting triumph of a verbal sparring match. The true warrior in this context is not the one who shouts the loudest, but the one who can remain centered amidst chaos, whose stillness becomes a beacon of calm in a storm. This non-reaction is not passive. It is an active choice, a powerful assertion of inner control that can disarm aggression and open pathways for genuine resolution. It is in this silent space that empathy can emerge, allowing us to truly hear not just the words, but the unspoken pain or frustration that often lies beneath the surface of conflict. This profound practice transforms confrontation into an opportunity for deeper connection, turning potential division into a bridge of understanding. It is a testament to the idea that sometimes the most powerful response is no response at all, but rather a quiet, unwavering presence that invites reflection and healing. The sanctuary within, cultivating inner silence. In an age defined by constant connectivity and an incessant barrage of information, the concept of solitude has often been misconstrued as loneliness, and silence as an emptiness to be filled. Yet, for centuries, spiritual traditions and philosophical schools have championed the deliberate cultivation of inner silence as a cornerstone of self-discovery and profound personal growth. Our modern lives are a relentless symphony of external stimuli, the ping of a new email, the endless scroll of social media feeds, the background hum of traffic, the demands of work and family. This external noise often mirrors an internal din, a ceaseless stream of thoughts, worries, plans, and judgments that can leave us feeling fragmented and overwhelmed. To truly know oneself, to understand the intricate tapestry of our thoughts and emotions, requires a deliberate disengagement from this external and internal clamor. It necessitates carving out sacred moments of stillness, a deliberate retreat into the quiet chambers of our own being. This isn't about escaping reality, but about gaining a clearer perspective on it. When we consciously choose to disconnect from the digital tether and the societal expectations, we create a void that, paradoxically, becomes a space of immense fullness. In this void, the echoes of our deepest desires, our authentic self, and our intuitive wisdom begin to resonate. It is in these moments of profound quiet that we can truly listen to the whispers of our soul, unburdened by the opinions of others or the pressures of external validation. This practice of cultivating inner silence is akin to clearing a muddy pond. When the water is agitated, the bottom is obscured, but when the disturbances cease, the sediment settles and the depths become visible. Similarly, when the mind is quieted, the clarity of our true nature emerges. This introspection allows us to identify patterns of thought that may be holding us back, to acknowledge emotions that we might otherwise suppress, and to reconnect with our core values. It is a powerful act of self-care, a mental and emotional reset that rejuvenates the spirit and fortifies the mind. By regularly seeking and embracing this inner sanctuary, we build a reservoir of resilience, a quiet strength that allows us to navigate the complexities of life with greater equanimity and purpose. This deliberate act of turning inward is not selfish. It is essential, for only when we are truly connected to our inner selves can we genuinely connect with the world around us, offering our most authentic contributions and living a life aligned with our deepest truths. The profound peace found in this inner stillness is not a fleeting emotion, but a foundational state of being, a wellspring from which all genuine happiness and wisdom flow. The art of deep listening beyond words. In a world saturated with voices, where everyone vies for attention and the loudest opinion often seems to prevail, the true art of listening has become a rare and invaluable commodity. We often hear, but do we truly listen? The distinction is crucial. Hearing is a physiological process, the reception of sound waves. Listening, however, is an active, conscious engagement, a profound act of empathy that transcends mere auditory perception. It is in the realm of silence that deep listening truly flourishes. When we approach a conversation with an open mind and a quiet spirit, we create a space for genuine connection. This means more than just waiting for our turn to speak. It means suspending judgment, silencing our internal commentary, and fully immersing ourselves in the other person's narrative. Imagine a dialogue where one party is not merely processing words, but is attuned to the subtle nuances of tone, the unspoken emotions, the underlying intentions that often lie hidden beneath the surface of verbal communication. This is the essence of deep listening, a practice that is profoundly rooted in the principles of mindfulness and presence. It requires us to quiet the incessant chatter of our own thoughts, to set aside our preconceived notions and biases, and to truly be present with the speaker. In this silent attentiveness, we are able to perceive not just what is being said, but what is not being said. We become sensitive to the emotional landscape of the conversation, recognizing the fears, hopes, and vulnerabilities that may be driving the other person's words. This form of listening is transformative. It fosters trust, builds bridges of understanding, and can de-escalate conflict before it even begins. When someone feels truly heard, truly understood, profound shift occurs. Walls come down, defenses soften, and genuine dialogue becomes possible. This is particularly vital in situations of disagreement or misunderstanding. Instead of immediately formulating a rebuttal, the practice of silent, deep listening allows us to absorb the other's perspective, to walk in their shoes, even if only for a moment. This doesn't mean agreement, but it does mean respect and a willingness to engage with complexity. The power of silence in listening is that it creates a vacuum, an inviting space that encourages the other person to fill it with their authentic truth. It is a testament to the idea that sometimes the most profound insights are not gained through speaking, but through the quiet act of receiving. By mastering this art, we not only enrich our relationships but also deepen our own understanding of the human experience, becoming more compassionate, more connected, and, ultimately, more wise. This is the silent revolution of connection, one profound conversation at a time. The clarity of quiet, informed decision-making. In the relentless currents of modern life, we are constantly confronted with a deluge of choices, from the mundane to the monumental. The pressure to make swift, decisive actions often leads us to seek external validation, to consult endless opinions, or to succumb to the loudest voices around us. Yet, the most profound and aligned decisions are rarely born from external clamor, but rather from a deep wellspring of inner clarity, a clarity that is best accessed through the deliberate practice of silence. When faced with a significant decision, our minds can become a battleground of conflicting thoughts, anxieties, and external pressures. The noise of expectations, fears of failure, and the opinions of others can drown out the subtle whispers of our own intuition and wisdom. It is in these moments that silence becomes not an absence, but a powerful tool for discernment. By consciously stepping away from the external influences, the advice of friends, the demands of work, the endless stream of information, we create a mental space where the true nature of the problem and the most authentic solution can emerge. This process is akin to a sculptor chipping away at excess stone to reveal the form hidden within. Silence helps us to remove the extraneous layers of distraction and doubt, allowing the core truth to become visible. In the quietude, we are able to engage in a deeper form of self-inquiry. We can ask ourselves critical questions without the immediate need for an answer, allowing insights to surface organically. What truly aligns with my values? What path resonates with my deepest purpose? What are the long-term implications beyond immediate gratification? These questions, when pondered in silence, tap into a wisdom that transcends mere logic or external data. It is a wisdom that is often intuitive, a gut feeling, a sense of rightness that cannot be articulated but is profoundly felt. This is not to say that external information is irrelevant. Rather, it suggests that external data should be processed through the filter of inner clarity. Once the mind is quieted, once the internal compass is calibrated, external information can be integrated more effectively without overwhelming or distorting our judgment. The practice of silent decision-making also fosters a greater sense of ownership and conviction. When a decision is born from a place of inner knowing, rather than external pressure, we are more likely to stand by it, even in the face of adversity. This resilience is a direct byproduct of the clarity gained in silence. It is a testament to the idea that the most powerful choices are not those made in haste or under duress, but those forged in the crucible of quiet contemplation. By embracing silence as a partner in our decision-making process, we move from reactive choices to proactive, aligned actions, leading to a life that is not merely lived but consciously created with purpose and intention. This quiet clarity is a superpower in a noisy world, enabling us to navigate complexity with grace and wisdom. The embrace of solitude, a path to self-renewal. In a society that often equates constant activity with productivity and social engagement, With fulfillment, the deliberate choice to embrace solitude can feel countercultural, even radical. Yet, throughout history, thinkers, artists, and spiritual leaders have recognized solitude not as a void to be feared, but as a fertile ground for creativity, introspection, and profound self-renewal. Our lives are often a relentless cycle of doing, giving, and performing. We are constantly connected, constantly responding, constantly engaged with the external world. While connection is vital, an exclusive focus on external engagement can lead to burnout, a sense of fragmentation, and a disconnection from our inner selves. Solitude, when consciously chosen and cultivated, offers a powerful antidote to this relentless external pull. It is in these moments of being truly alone, free from the demands and expectations of others, that we can truly reconnect with who we are beyond our roles and responsibilities. This embrace of solitude is not about isolation or withdrawal from the world. Rather, it is a strategic retreat, a deliberate act of self-care that allows us to replenish our inner resources. Imagine a well that is constantly drawn from but never refilled. Eventually, it will run dry. Similarly, our emotional and mental wells require periods of quiet replenishment. In solitude, the mind, freed from external stimuli, begins to wander, to explore, to process experiences and emotions that might otherwise be suppressed or ignored. This is where true introspection occurs, where we can reflect on our values, assess our direction, and confront our inner landscape without judgment. It is in these quiet moments that creativity often sparks, as the mind, unburdened by external pressures, is free to make new connections and generate novel ideas. Many great works of art, literature, and scientific discovery have been born from periods of profound solitude. Furthermore, embracing solitude allows us to cultivate a deeper relationship with ourselves. We learn to be comfortable in our own company, to find peace and contentment from within, rather than constantly seeking external validation or entertainment. This self-sufficiency is a cornerstone of emotional resilience. It teaches us that our worth is not dependent on external factors, but is inherent within us. This practice also helps us to let go of attachments to outcomes, to opinions, to the need for constant stimulation. In the quiet of solitude, we can practice detachment, observing our thoughts and emotions without becoming entangled in them. This leads to a greater sense of inner peace and freedom. The embrace of solitude is a powerful act of self-love, a recognition that our inner world is as vast and important as the external one. By regularly retreating into this sacred space, we return to the world refreshed, renewed, and with a clearer sense of purpose, ready to engage more authentically and contribute more meaningfully. It is a testament to the idea that sometimes the most profound growth occurs not in the spotlight, but in the quiet, unobserved moments of being truly, beautifully alone. So, the next time life feels overwhelming, remember this. Sometimes the most powerful way forward is to simply pause and be alone. In that stillness, you'll find not emptiness, but clarity. Not isolation, but a deeper connection to yourself. Embracing solitude isn't stepping away from life. It's stepping deeper into it. If this message resonated with you, take a breath, take a moment, and allow yourself the gift of your own quiet company. Don't forget to subscribe, and share this with someone who might need a little reminder that it's okay, even beautiful, to be still. The legacy of stillness, impacting generations through inner calm. Our lives, though seemingly individual, are inextricably woven into the fabric of generations past, present, and future. The choices we make, the attitudes we cultivate, and the inner states we inhabit ripple outward, influencing not only our immediate circles but also leaving an indelible mark on the collective consciousness that extends far beyond our physical presence. In a world that often prioritizes loud achievements, visible successes, and immediate gratification, the profound and lasting impact of cultivating inner calm and stillness might seem understated. Yet it is precisely this quiet strength, this legacy of stillness, that has the power to transform not just our own lives, but to positively shape the trajectory of future generations. We are often taught to strive for external legacies, wealth, fame, power, or tangible accomplishments. While these can be meaningful, they are often transient and subject to the whims of time and circumstance. A deeper, more enduring legacy is forged in the crucible of our character, in the quality of our presence, and in the inner peace we embody. This is where the cultivation of stillness becomes a revolutionary act, a gift passed down through the silent channels of example and energetic resonance. Imagine a serene lake, its surface unruffled by wind or current. The stillness of its waters reflects the sky with perfect clarity, and its depths harbor a rich ecosystem. Similarly, when we cultivate inner calm, our presence becomes a mirror, reflecting peace and clarity to those around us. Children, in particular, are highly attuned to the emotional states of their caregivers. Parent who embodies inner peace, who can navigate challenges with equanimity and respond to stress with calm, provides a powerful model for emotional regulation and resilience. This silent teaching, absorbed through observation and energetic transmission, is often far more impactful than any verbal instruction. It instills in future generations the invaluable capacity to find their own center amidst chaos, to cultivate their own inner sanctuary, and to approach life with a sense of groundedness rather than reactivity. Furthermore, the legacy of stillness extends beyond the immediate family. When individuals within a community cultivate inner calm, the collective atmosphere shifts. Decisions are made with greater foresight and less impulsivity. Conflicts are approached with more empathy and less aggression. A culture of mindfulness and conscious living begins to emerge, fostering environments where well-being and genuine connection are prioritized over frantic activity and superficial achievements. This is not a call to inaction, but a call to conscious action, action that flows from a place of inner clarity and peace, rather than from a place of fear, anxiety, or external pressure. The quiet strength derived from stillness allows us to engage with the world more effectively, to contribute more meaningfully, and to lead with a wisdom that is both profound and compassionate. The impact of this silent legacy may not always be immediately visible or quantifiable. It is often a subtle, pervasive influence, like the gentle erosion of a river shaping a landscape over millennia. But its effects are deep and enduring, creating a foundation of inner resilience and peace that can sustain individuals and communities through the inevitable challenges of life. By committing to the cultivation of our own inner calm, we are not just transforming ourselves, we are contributing to a silent revolution that will echo through generations, leaving a legacy of peace, wisdom, and profound well-being for those who follow. This is the ultimate testament to the power of stillness, a gift that keeps on giving, silently shaping a better future. The invitation to stillness, your call to action. We have journeyed through the profound landscapes of silence, exploring its multifaceted power as a catalyst for transformation, a source of wisdom, a pathway to deeper connection, and a foundation for lasting inner peace. We have seen how embracing stillness can unburden the soul, harmonize our inner being, and even leave a powerful legacy for future generations. Now, the question is not merely what you have learned, but what you will do with this newfound understanding. The insights shared are not meant to be passive knowledge, but active invitations to a richer, more authentic way of living. The world, with its incessant demands and distractions, will continue to clamor for your attention. The noise, both external and internal, will persist. But you now possess the key to navigating this complexity with grace and intention. The conscious cultivation of silence. This is your call to action, an invitation to embark on your own journey into the profound power of stillness. It begins not with grand gestures, but with small, deliberate steps. Start by carving out moments of quiet in your day. could be 5 minutes of mindful breathing before you begin your work, a silent walk in nature, or simply turning off all devices for a designated period each evening. These are not luxuries. They are necessities for your well-being, for your clarity, and for your capacity to live a life of purpose. Practice non-reaction in moments of conflict. Instead of immediately engage, take a breath, create a pause, and observe. You will be astonished at how this simple act can de-escalate tension and open pathways for more constructive engagement. Cultivate deep listening in your relationships. When someone speaks, truly listen not just to their words, but to the emotions and intentions behind them. Let go of the need to formulate your response and simply be present. You will find that your connections deepen and your understanding of others expands exponentially. Embrace solitude, not as a punishment, but as a cherished opportunity for self-renewal. Use these moments to reflect, to reconnect with your authentic self, and to replenish your inner resources. Remember, a well that is constantly drawn from without being refilled will eventually run dry. Make conscious decisions not from a place of hurried reaction, but from a place of quiet clarity. Allow silence to be your counsel, guiding you towards choices that are aligned with your deepest values and highest good. This journey into stillness is not a destination, but a continuous process of unfolding, lifelong commitment to nurturing your inner world. It will challenge you, it will reveal uncomfortable truths, but it will also liberate you, empower you, and connect you to a source of strength and wisdom far greater than you can imagine. The transformation you seek, the peace you long for, the clarity you desire, it all begins with a single, courageous step into the quiet. So, I urge you, embrace the invitation to stillness. Make silence your ally, your teacher, and your sanctuary. For in the profound quiet you will not only discover the unspoken power that resides within you, but you will also unlock a life of unparalleled depth, purpose, and profound peace. The revolution begins now. Within you, in the sacred space of silence. Will you answer the call? The unseen hand. Silence as a catalyst for transformation. In the grand narrative of personal growth and societal evolution, we often focus on the visible agents of change, the charismatic leaders, the groundbreaking innovations, the dramatic shifts in policy or perspective. Yet, beneath the surface, operating with an unseen hand, is a powerful catalyst for transformation that often goes unacknowledged. The profound influence of silence. Silence, in this context, is not merely the absence of sound or activity. It is a dynamic force, a fertile void from which new possibilities emerge, old patterns dissolve, and profound shifts in consciousness can occur. Our lives are often characterized by a relentless pursuit of external solutions to internal dilemmas. We seek louder voices, more aggressive strategies, and constant external stimulation to fill perceived voids or to propel us forward. However, true transformation, the kind that reshapes our inner landscape and fundamentally alters our relationship with the world, rarely originates from such external pressures. Instead, it often begins in the quiet, unobserved moments of introspection, in the spaces where the clamor of the world is hushed, and the whispers of our own soul can finally be heard. Imagine a chrysalis, seemingly dormant, undergoing a miraculous metamorphosis within its silent confines. The transformation is not a result of external force, but an intricate internal process that requires a period of profound stillness and detachment from the outside world. Similarly, for us, silence provides the necessary conditions for deep internal work. When we consciously choose to disengage from the constant demands for our attention, when we create pockets of quiet in our day, we allow for a process of internal reorganization to take place. This is where old beliefs can be questioned, where limiting narratives can be rewritten, and where new insights can take root and flourish. This transformative power of silence is evident in various aspects of life. In creativity, many artists, writers, and musicians attest to the necessity of quiet contemplation for ideas to coalesce and inspiration to strike. In healing, periods of rest and quiet are crucial for the body and mind to repair and rejuvenate. In spiritual practices, silence is often the gateway to deeper states of awareness and connection. The unseen hand of silence works by allowing us to access deeper levels of consciousness beyond the superficial layers of thought and emotion. It helps us to tap into our innate wisdom, our intuitive guidance, and our creative potential, all of which are often obscured by the noise and distractions of daily life. This is not a passive process. It requires active engagement, a willingness to sit with discomfort, and a commitment to self-inquiry. But the rewards are immense. Profound sense of clarity, a renewed sense of purpose, and the capacity to navigate life's challenges with greater resilience and grace. By embracing silence as a catalyst for transformation, we move beyond superficial changes and embark on a journey of profound self-discovery and continuous evolution. It is a testament to the idea that the most powerful revolutions often begin not with a bang, but with a whisper in the quiet, sacred space of our own inner world. The unburdening of the soul, releasing what no longer serves you. Life, in its intricate dance of experiences, inevitably leads to the accumulation of burdens, not just physical possessions, but emotional baggage, limiting beliefs, unresolved conflicts, and the weight of past regrets. We often carry these invisible loads, sometimes for years, unaware of the profound impact they have on our present well-being and our capacity for future growth. In our constant state of doing and acquiring, we rarely create the space necessary to truly examine what we are carrying and to consciously decide what no longer serves our highest good. It is in the profound stillness of silence that the soul finds the opportunity to unburden itself, to shed the unnecessary weight that hinders its ascent. Imagine a hot air balloon striving to reach higher altitudes. To ascend, it must release ballast, sandbags that, while once necessary, now impede its progress. Similarly, for us to truly elevate our consciousness and experience greater freedom, we must identify and release the emotional and mental ballast that anchors us to the past and limits our potential. Silence provides the sacred space for this crucial process of discernment and release. When the external distractions are minimized and the internal chatter begins to subside, we gain a clearer perspective on the contents of our inner world. This is not always a comfortable process. It requires a courageous willingness to confront the shadows, to acknowledge the pain, and to sit with the discomfort of unresolved issues. But it is precisely through this honest self-confrontation that true healing and liberation can begin. In the quiet, we can reflect on past experiences without the immediate pressure to react or judge. We can observe the patterns of thought and behavior that have kept us stuck, recognizing their origins and understanding their impact. This detached observation, fostered by silence, allows us to create a healthy distance from our burdens, enabling us to see them not as inherent parts of ourselves, but as external attachments that can be consciously released. The unburdening process involves several key aspects. It means forgiving ourselves, others for past mistakes, understanding that holding on to resentment or guilt only harms us. It means letting go of the need for external validation, recognizing that our worth is intrinsic and not dependent on the opinions of others. It means releasing limiting beliefs about ourselves and the world, beliefs that were perhaps formed in childhood but no longer serve our adult potential. And it means accepting what cannot be changed, finding peace in surrender, and focusing our energy on what we can influence. The act of releasing these burdens in silence is a powerful affirmation of self-love and self-respect. It is a conscious decision to prioritize our well-being and to create space for new possibilities, for joy, for peace, and for authentic self-expression. When the soul is unburdened, it feels lighter, more expansive, and more capable of soaring to new heights. This liberation is not a one-time event, but a continuous practice, a gentle shedding of layers as we evolve. By regularly returning to the sanctuary of silence, we create a sacred ritual of release, ensuring that we are always moving forward, unencumbered, towards a life of greater freedom and fulfillment. This is the silent revolution of the soul, where true progress is measured not by what we accumulate, but by what we courageously choose to release.